Guys, Deluded, I'm back again. Thank you very much for having me. Now, if you're an Arsenal fan or if you don't support Arsenal, but specifically to Arsenal, you've said many things critiquing your club. You've said that there's a lack of change, there's a lack of leadership, there's something wrong with the spine, whether it's how we set up before games, how we set up in games, the personnel we use in games. You've all had your opinions, and I'm not saying our opinions have been right, they've been wrong, but I always tell you guys I love to keep balance. I do believe, honestly, we are right with a lot of these claims, and a lot of what I said is not wrong. But by the same logic, we're fans. We only see at face value. I'm not like these other YouTubers. I'm not going to act like I'm there with Arsene Wenger watching training. We're not. So there's stuff we don't see. So by that same logic, always, sometimes, we can only talk about what we see at face value, but sometimes we're not fair in it. Now, specifically, we say Arsenal don't change. They don't evolve. All of this. I personally believe we do change. It's just not at the level we clearly need. I mean, clearly on when it comes to on field, the stats don't lie. We've had many different teams. One common denominator is we haven't won the league title. So there is problems clearly at the club. But we have to hold our hands up as well, fans. To be honest, I don't know why I call us players. We need to hold our hands up as well, man. I wouldn't say we're wrong, but balance, man. We call out things how we see it, and when man are doing something good, we have to praise it. We always say no change. There's a lack of change. Players are not doing this, that, and the other. But when I look at it, yeah, we're in a crap season, so it means nothing. But when I see that Koscielny's taking up yoga to try and deal with his his Achilles heel issues, that's change. I mean, that's a change of approach. That shows that we're trying to do something different with the nutritional stuff and all these things that I'm not going to pretend I know about. But when I see this, I mean, granted, his performances, you wouldn't have thought there was a change. He's arguably got worse. But when you see that he's taking up yoga and things like that, is it really fair when we say the players don't change? They don't inspire to be better. They're not trying to push the conventions. I don't want to say Lehman introduced it, but I remember when Lehman, in his initial days when he first started as a coach at Arsenal, he said he's introduced yoga to some of the players. I don't know if it was Koscielny was one of them, but yeah. Hector Bellerin, another one whose performances arguably haven't been any better, but he's jumped on a vegan thing. He's vegan, so he's not got no meat products and things. He said, ironically, Koscielny, Monreal, they always ask him where's the meat and get onto him, and he's spoken about it. I mean, I didn't even know Bellerin had. I know he had ankle problems, but I didn't know it was to the point where he had to strap up before games and training and all of these other things. He's through his vegan diet, and no doubt it's been hard because I mean he's from Spain. They cook some nice meats and things like that, so he must have been brought up on a lot of that. So if we look at it, I mean I'm of West Indian heritage. I mean I could have jumped on a vegan. I couldn't jump on a vegan thing. I'm not ready to give up oxtail, jerk chicken, and all plantain and all of these things in it. I'm not willing to give that up. So he's given that up, and I don't want to say he's not feeling pain anymore, but his ankles are feeling better. He's not having to strap them. He said he feels more alive, more energetic. And from a human point of view, if a man feels better about his well-being, you can only be happy about that. You've also got Jack Wilshere. He said he's on a gluten and dairy-free diet now, which is why he's been playing slightly better. Granted, he's dropped off form the last couple of weeks, but this has been his best season, certainly in an Arsenal shirt for recent years. Not to get into it again, but when you consider the contract stuff, he's been very consistent and he's turned up in big games. He's had terrible games as well. But this is, you never would have thought Jack Wilshere would have said this. I mean, but with that, with being more sensible, not flying into tackles, granted he plays deeper, not probably, I mean, he was, I don't want to say he was a frequent smoker, but he was snapped a couple times smoking in numerous locations, so he's cut out all of that and improved his diet. You would think that all of these, and again, we always say not changing and stuff like that, but when you see three players have made a difference to their dietary or lifestyle choices, and they're saying it's improved, then who am I to disagree? So like, when I say, and I still believe it, the club needs to change, the players need to change. When I see things like this, I have to be fair, to be honest. I will say this though, it's a bit funny how I'm not, footballers obviously care about their bodies. I don't want to say more so than previous generations. They've just got a lot of information about them. People can see how tall you're going to be at 12 years, at 7 years old, and all of these things. And people can tell you this food will break down this, but it will do this. So you would think with all these people around them, dietary and nutritious people and health and fitness, the players would be at an all-time high in regards of being fit and diets and all of these things. But it's ironic, man, because numerous players have spoken about how they eat chicken, I mean, not chicken, crisps and stuff, and they've cut that out. Even Messi, he said he used to vomit, more or less, because he used to be on a diet of junk food and cola. And, I mean, that's the greatest player ever to kick a football. Not better than Ronaldinho, but, yeah. that's the best player ever. Like from his day, it's like that, and he's changed it. You'd have to wonder. I get that. At the end of the day, these men are human, and if you like crisp, you like crisp and these things. But it's just, I wouldn't say shocking. I would just like to know how these footballers actually live, and I'd actually like to know how many of them actually smoke. To be honest with you, because Charlie Adam, I don't know why I'm deviating away from the topic, but Charlie Adam on BBC has come out and said that a lot of footballers in the Prem to League Two use something called snus. I think that's tobacco patches or something. I don't know. You smokers cannot tell me about that. But Vardy said he used to do it. Back to Charlie Adam, he said a lot of Premier League and footballers to League Two use it. So when we see that players always getting injured or they're breaking down or they're physically fit, there's sometimes a reason behind it that we don't always know. Like I said, man, I don't even know the purpose of this fit. I just thought 3 players have made lifestyle choice changes, and if they're saying, I don't believe it's improved, certainly in Koscielny's case, I ain't seen better performances, but if them man there are saying it's helping them perform better, who am I to disagree? And I can't say no, I don't agree. So on one hand, well, I still believe we need to change and all of these things. When I see things like this, I have to play fair, people. I don't know about anyone else, but I have to play fair. So yeah, nice to see that 3 players have made lifestyle choices, whether it's Bellerin being a vegan, I couldn't do that, whether it's Jack Wilshere going gluten and dairy free, or Koscielny doing the yoga. There's bound to have been a couple more players that might have added stuff. Hell, there might have been players that changed their diet for the worse. But yeah, man, guys, deluded Guna, YouTube's N'Golo Kante signing out, man. Obviously, Bellerin's vegan thing isn't really news, even though he spoke on the Players Tribute website. It's a good website, you should check it out, because Jack Wilshere has already told us that the guy was vegan. But yeah, man, I ain't gonna be here any longer. I'm waffling now, guys. I'm out.